Hey everyone, welcome back to DuBry Fishing. I'm William, and today we're going to talk about a crucial part of fishing. That's how to fish murky versus clear water. Water clarity can significantly affect your fishing success. So let's dive into some tips and techniques to help you catch more fish in both conditions. Let's get started. First, let's talk about clear water. In clear water, fish can see your bait and your line a little more easily. My first tip is going to be use light line. I recommend a 6 to an 8 pound test line or a leader to help reduce that visibility. Fluorocarbon is a go-to because it's nearly invisible underwater. That said, if you're fishing around structure, you're going to want that braid to still get that thin diameter with the strength. Next up, for clear water, we're going to have you use natural colored baits or the whole match the hatch type of thing to mimic the fish's natural prey. Colors like a green pumpkin, like this lizard here from Headbanger, watermelon, shad, they are all excellent colors. Don't be throwing chartreuse, whites. That said, I have awkwardly had good success with white in some ponds and lakes. Alright, now the third tip for clear water is you gotta act like a ninja, or stay stealthy. Approach the water quietly, avoid making loud noises. Fish in clear water are easily spooked. They're a little more alert, as I could see, movements and everything. Alright, my last tip for clear water is try to make long cast. You're going to want to cover that water. Don't want to be dropping your bait right on top of those fish. Cast past them, bring it through, make those long casts. I like a Kistler rod and reel combo. Long casts are going to help them from seeing you, help from getting spooked. Longer rod can help you achieve these longer casts if you've got like a 6'6" rod and you're only casting, say 30-35 yards. Try going up to a 7-foot rod or 7'3". It's not going to double it per se, but it will help you get just a little bit further, so you're having a little more success. Alright guys, now let's move on to murky water. Murky water, visibility is low, so fish rely more on other senses to find their food. Here are some tips to help you succeed in these conditions. In murky water, I like to use blacks, whites, black and blues, purples, bright vibrant colors such as chartreuse here on this crankbait. The blacks, the whites, the blacks,
the blacks, the whites, the blacks.
The blacks, the whites, the black and blues, and the purples. They're going to help with shadows, kind of silhouettes. There are some studies done where bass can see purple more than they can the other colors. But, using a color that's going to kind of show a silhouette a little better than a green pumpkin, for example. That's the same color as the water. They're going to see that silhouette and be able to react, bite your bait. I like using the brighter, more vibrant colors when I'm trying to cover water. That's why you're using a crankbait. In addition to that covering water, use noise and vibrations. Most crankbaits nowadays have like a rattle inside. You're not using that, and you're going to use, a paddle tail or something, kind of create those vibrations. I like this Headbanger rocker head. Let's see here. There you go. It creates a little different action in the water, creating more vibration and noise for those fish to locate their prey. Crankbaits are good, spinner baits, chatter baits. They're all going to help you find more fish. Another incredibly effective tip for fishing in murky water is using scented baits. Fish use their sense of smell to locate food. So using a scented baits or applying attractant can give you an edge. My favorite attractant is this one here by Liquid Mayhem. It seemed to work real well for catfish, bass, pike, walleye. It's worked well for all of them for me. Lastly, for fishing in murky water, fish shallow, near cover. You're going to do that with clear water, but it's that much more important in murky water, as the fish are often going to stay close to that cover in those shallow areas where they feel a little more secure. So I'm going to focus more of my efforts in murky water by structures like fallen trees, docks, vegetation. It's just going to increase your success. Alright, so there's clear water, there's murky water, but it can change. So here's some tips on adapting to those changing conditions. Water clarity can change due to weather, tides, other factors, such as some biological stuff that we're not going to get into today. So it's essential to adapt your tactics based on the current conditions. First thing, keep an eye on the weather and the water conditions. After a heavy rain, water can become a little more murky. While those calm sunny days can clear it up. Adjust your techniques accordingly. Don't go out there today be like, man, this lake is super clear, and then you have a super heavy rain that night and you're going back out in the morning. It's going to be a little more murky. So just be flexible with that. Be prepared to experiment, change your approach. If something isn't working, try a different bait, a color, technique. Flexibility is going to be key to finding what works best in your current conditions. Alright, and there you have it. Tips for fishing in clear versus murky water. Also understanding and adapting to your water clarity. You can increase your chances of success and have a more enjoyable fishing experience. All the gear shown in the video, along with some of my other favorites, will be mentioned down below in the description. Thanks for tuning in to DuBry Fishing. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fishing tips and techniques. Also, if you guys have a favorite bait or technique, some wise tales, whatever it may be, just drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. That said, tight lines, everyone.